Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching Motherland for Salem Season 3, Episode 5, Cession in Session. I am so excited for this episode, I love this show. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance. Not 2 weeks in advance. It's just up there right now. I'm sorry, it's hot. Let's go.
We're on base to ensure that witches are no longer seen as a separate society in our nation.
Of course, take away the language. Very American, very British.
There's so much history and cultural
Classes are postponed until further notice. Do you have any more questions?
Just accept it for now. We're gonna fix this. We have to survive this for now, okay? We are going to fight back, but for now we need to live.
How do we know we can even trust the Marshal?
How do you know you can trust the council?
You know what?
It's kind of true.
We're innocent, and that's what matters. Once we make our case, they'll
I
recognize.
mean, Nicta isn't.
You cannot
Neither Scylla.
leave. Sneak out the back door. You're gonna leave us just like that? Where are you gonna go?
Probably to go murder some innocent people.
I always land on my feet.
Just try not to murder any innocent civilians. If you can manage that, Nicta. I'm very intrigued about the council, though. Oh, you straighten your cardigan. I'm worried about this. Because if they think a politically advantageous move is to side with Washington right now, we are in danger. He's alive! Oh god.
What's the bad news?
Well, you know, we're strapped down in a lab of a crazy doctor. Get out of this, Anacostia, and your boyfriend.
I have to tell you something.
Oh,
I
fuck
saw
you.
something bad in the future, something that we have to stop.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I know right now might not seem the best time, but she saw it.
During your destroying the world.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming.
None of us did.
You can't trust a thing Nick taught you. She lies as easy as breathing.
She's not wrong.
What I saw made it look like the end of everything.
We can change it.
I think you're just missing Rael so much that it's scrambling your sight. I have yet to have a night where I didn't dream about her.
I love how they love each other.
Have you ever tested it? Seen something and then tried to prevent it?
Yes.
There you go.
I love these girls and how much they love each other, and I'm going to miss them so much. Oh. Is it going to be like she stops it shattering now, but later on it gets shattered because it's like photo-removable? Letting her sneak out isn't exactly buying favour. Nicta should be in prison. I'm sorry. Whatever her cause was, however just it was, her actions were not excusable.
Yes.
That's still getting smashed later, right? I'm stressed. I love you.
Esteemed members of the Council of the Great River.
I don't think you understand, soldier. We've already made up our minds. We're sending you all back to where you belong. To DC.
I expected as much. You didn't even give them a chance to speak, to explain the
I don't
situation.
understand.
Let's make this quick, huh? I've got bingo tonight.
Jesus Christ, these girls' lives are in your hand.
Let's start with why you... But I'm too old for fairy tales.
Unlike the
Jesus.
US, our people don't fall for that Euro Inquisition gobbledygook.
Witches and non-witches live in harmony here.
Which is
There are no
wonderful.
Maria among us. Your government seems to think that you assassinated President Wade.
We were here. We were here.
Our marshal was holding you when it happened.
And we're interested in why they think that.
Because...
It's Camarilla.
He's using us to stoke hate
Please
against
listen to
witches.
them.
You're the ones responsible for bringing them right to our front door.
No, they were in the session
All the reasons we're back
first.
in a big red box.
They were doing something in the plant that had nothing to do with us. They didn't know we were here. We are getting out of this.
You better grill him.
Fuck. How are we getting out of this? Because we have to.
What are you doing?
There's no other witch tried this. Has no other witch. I guess they don't. Normally, they're not elite soldiers. They don't know this kind of work. I feel no pity for you, given what you have done and were about to do.
Up a thing or two from my time working with Scylla.
Fuck yes. We learnt from Scylla. So proud of you. Is this a mushroom safe house?
You'll be safe here.
Because if it is, we don't need to trust this.
Hello.
Oh, was he a keeper of the song? That's why she appeared there.
You another shepherd?
No. Sorry to disappoint you.
Does he mean shepherd of the
What
song?
is this place?
Why was he thinking they'd be shepherds?
This is where I grew up.
Fuck. Interesting.
They had been killed. There was no time to grieve them because in that moment, I became our people's leader.
This baby girl. Your
They know
parents
something of who
would be so happy you were alive.
they burned this house, and we need not endure this pain alone. We are stronger.
I am loving this side of
We've
Alder.
come a long way.
They have from their first meeting. Can you remember it?
It's only a matter of time before.
I don't fully trust Mother Mushroom though.
You'll be allowed to leave the session, and we will give you
Kids,
whatever resources
that is a
you need to
victory.
do so. But none of you can return here, ever. That is the condition of your freedom.
Look, still in the fullness of time, when governments, assuming things go well, when governments change whatever, we can appeal this.
And before you...
Are they trying to
Quite
learn
a party.
the songs from them, or are they just rewatching it because it's fun?
We got a lot of good stuff, though. We're getting deeper into the subsonics.
Sucks to be you, bigot.
The way out of here.
I was in your corner. Remember that?
It's nice to know someone was.
We'll have to wear these.
Are those really necessary? We're not criminals.
Yes, well, I'm not as trusting as the marshal.
You're helping them, why would they run? If you were handing them over, that would make sense, but you're literally helping them, why would they run? I don't like this. Something's gonna go horribly wrong now that they have the restraints on.
I really don't like her.
I never would have picked that up.
Yeah, the glass got broken in the end. She's gonna worry that the future's inevitable. But it could just be, we'd need a few more tests to come to that definitive conclusion. Like, I'm concerned she's secretly gonna hand them over and be like, oh well, they ran away. 'Cause why would they need the collars if you're just letting them go?
Then I think about all the people that I failed to protect.
You've given your whole life to protect
Even
people's
Rael.
sleep.
Do you hear that?
Oh god.
What?
Gotta get you out of here.
Anacostia? Hello?
What does she do here?
Maybe she and your mom have a plan.
Oh no!
Anacostia's downstairs. Come on.
That's Anacostia's voice that they recorded! Fuck. And they're restrained. At this point, we're gonna fucking need Nicta to have not left.
Sorry, Anacostia not gonna make it.
Holy shit. They are trained in combat too. They aren't helpless without their magic, but God knows how many numbers are here. The thing is, did the Cession call them and lie to them, or...
Or the Camarilla already got her.
We need to
Fuck.
get control of this situation.
Can they take the collars off each other? This is awful. At this point, I genuinely think they were handed over by the Cession. Because why else would they restrain them? Oh god. They don't have access to their powers right now, and he does. They should have stabbed him when they had the chance. I don't agree with murder, but fuck it.
By the blast of God, they perish.
Come on, guys, you knew it was going to come the second time. Run. I think the Cession set them up. Can they take the collars off each other? Is that a thing? We're gonna need fucking Nictor. Or Mother Mushroom to return Raelle. I'd also appreciate Mother Mushroom returning Raelle. Is she just genuinely clueless? Because I would like that to be the case. I don't want the Cession to be evil. Oh god. Do you think the Camarilla are fairy stories? Oh god.
It can't be possible.
I wasn't sure it would work either, what with your kind's impure.
Come on, there's 4 of us, even with his
It seems to
powers.
have taken hold nicely.
You're sick.
He is. Come on, there's 4 of us. If we spread out, he can't scat us. See? He scattered her towards the poker.
This is about to come to a
Oof.
tragedy again.
Calling for Mother Mushroom's help.
It works.
Is she a witch? Good. Get their collars off.
Now do you understand the lengths these people will go to kill us?
All of us.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're gonna see the lengths we'll go to avenge spilled blood.
Well, I fucking hope so. Oh my god.
Edwin!
Fucking hell.
Gave it the old war college. You have my word.
The word is worth nothing.
Many of you. I'll do that. I guess she didn't make it, huh?
What's he talking about? Where's Raelle?
Oh, he doesn't know? Oh.
Raelle's fine. Mother Mushroom, please return her right now and kick this bitch's ass. Why did I say ass?
Shut up! Fine. Take me, but you let him go now.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Oh fuck.
But you misunderstand. Everyone.
Oh my god, Edwin!
Kill him! Kill them all!
Hurt him!
Stop!
Fuck! Get the bitch! The biggest bitch of them all, Mushroom! What are you doing? There is one guy we have to take down and it's him! Fuck! Is it because of his stolen vocal cords the Mushroom won't attack it because it thinks he's a witch? Is he okay?
You're okay.
Oh thank god he's okay.
Hey,
Keep him restrained.
don't even think about it.
Yeah, it's kill or be killed right now.
Yeah.
Oh god. You're so brave and I so love and respect you for that.
Well, when it comes to the people I care about, I can be a bit of both. Hey, you really think Ray's gonna be okay?
Oh yeah,
She's alive.
you know they'd do anything for her. Is she doing alright?
Is this because of the poison?
You're not going well. She'll be fine. She's gonna recover. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. God. Dystopia. We are here. That is an army to take down the army of witches. It's more witches, more than I reckon we have as witches. Though if the Cession fights back and if like the witches from around the world were to help, you need to get the fuck out of here right now. Get out of here right now. Okay, I'm going to assume, given the lack of them being found at the end, that they do make it safely out of here and can relay this information. What an episode. I really got worried for a minute there that the Cession had decided to stick with their original decision and hand them over because I couldn't see any other reason to give them the collars now. And like, if they'd always been made to wear them, like even when the Marshal first brought them here, that would have made sense because you know, like these are prisoners, but you basically agreed to one of their demands. I mean, they wanted to stay, but then they came up with the idea of leaving. It wasn't like they're going to flee and try and hide in the Cession someplace. So it did seem a bit excessive, just like a show of we have this power over you when like they were complying otherwise. But at the end of the day, the prickly one helped. She saw the truth, and it's a shame that she had to literally be slapped in the face with the truth, but that does mean we have another ally on our side, and I am very excited going forward. But again, her thing of how do they know we were here is Bingo Lady or whatever. Did she have Bingo to get to or something? The woman that told them she was on their side. Is she actually working with the Camarilla? I mean, they were a mixture of human and witch, so I don't know whether she's human or witch. But there will be those within the Cession who have the kind of sentiments that are anti-witch, just like there will be people everywhere who have stupid racist sentiments, because that is unfortunately the world we live in. And I could see it being someone that professed to be so positively on their side, actually working against them. But I guess we'll uncover that going forwards. Rael's dad, I genuinely thought I was going to have to watch him die, and then they'd have to, when they finally got Rael back, they'd have to be like, by the way, your dad died? Fuck, that stressed me out. Very relieved he's okay. Tally's experiment with the whole thing falling off, and then I knew it was going to break later in the episode to prove to her that, like, ultimately there's a destined fate. But that was one experiment, Tally. You'd need to do like 10 of those to check, like, that it wasn't just a complete coincidence that when you picked up the glass, you put it down on the edge of the table, of course it's going to get knocked off by someone in a hurry. But also, we don't fully know what happened in her vision. Yes, it looked bad, but maybe Rael had to spread the mycelium over the whole earth to heal it, and then it all receded again and everything was fine. It didn't look, maybe. So that is a concern, but I'm so glad she's already shared it with Abigail. The love these girls have for each other, the fact that Abigail has been dreaming about Rael every night. It is my favourite part of this show. It is nice to see Scylla joining in with it. I kind of cool with Nycta leaving, I can't lie. Yes, do I think that she's a nice safety feature to have because she's a very skilled witch? I believe that she would help. Like, I don't think she wants to hurt our girls, but she's a mass murderer, so off you pop. Meeting the Cession was so interesting, this idea of, because I feel like the most of the knowledge I have from the Cession is from watching the After the Storm episodes. They never really explained it in that much detail in actual episodes, so to see this, to kind of understand that it's this group of, like, with all the different tribes, and that it's very democratic, even more so because they then vote themselves, the fact that they kind of have welcomed dodgism in the past. It's so interesting to be genuinely, I know the Sharona has said stuff about, like, what about books? Well, like, I would eat up anything set in this world. For one thing, give me season 4 or 5. I know he had 5 seasons planned, but then give me season 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Supernatural was planned for 5 seasons, it got 15. Give me 15 seasons of this show with my girls. Yes, please. But also give me a book set about somebody in a Cession, and a book, like, there is just such a wealth of this world that I want to explore. So I love meeting the Cession and seeing the different people, and I was really proud of the respectful but firm way we stood up for ourselves, because given the stress and the trauma they've been through, if they were like, you idiots, the fucking Camarilla is going to kill everyone, you would have understood. But they remained so composed when their literal lives were on the line. Very proud of them. And I love the reminder that even without their voices, they are epically powerful. You know, they are brilliantly trained to fight. They are trained to fight with or without magic. Now, obviously, if the Mother Mushroom hadn't turned up, the pure numbers would have not gone in their favour, especially if they all had the voice modulator things. But I was very proud of them to see that, like, with the collars on, it doesn't mean they're helpless. They have been trained to have another avenue of self-defense and attack, and I loved that so much. In the same way that I loved watching Anacostia learn from Scylla, learn some maybe unorthodox magic, but getting herself and her boyfriend, whose name I really need to learn, but with my brain fog, I really struggle with names, I found. Even more so than I used to. Like, I used to genuinely be someone that would be really good with names. Like, after I'd watched, like, 2 episodes, I would know every character's name and all of the cast. And now I'm like... but they got out there, and I was really proud of watching the way that they did it. And there was, I can't lie, I am against the death penalty, but there was some vindication in seeing that man get his throat cut, that woman get her throat cut, sorry, when she was literally, had been merrily cutting throats of witches as though it didn't matter. You know, do I think they deserve to die? Prison would have been the best bet, but also, am I going to shed a tear? It was quite satisfying. And that guy getting his neck snapped did it to himself. Even if he'd pressed the button, they were going to. So it shows you how die-hard dedicated to their cause they are. And Anacostia and her boyfriend know that they have this huge army. They know, and I mean, our girls know as well, but he has AB, or whatever his name is, kind of Albie, has the vocal cords implanted. And I'm kind of right now, did the mushroom simply run out of steam to do the last one? Or did the mushroom sense which vocal cords and think, that's one of mine, I can't touch it? Is he going to be protected from the mushroom by the mushroom going forwards because the mushroom thinks he's a witch? That would be bad. Mushroom is dumb if that's the case, but it is also being poisoned to death and is holding Raelle hostage. I understand why. I'm not actually cross with it. Like, they've done a really good job of explaining why, and the characters mention her enough that her absence is felt on the show by everybody at all times, and it's not like as the viewer you're the only one remembering, unlike in a Southern I'm watching right now. But that was really interesting, and obviously Alda's not doing too great. She's got all of the, like, why did that boy, like, are you a shepherd? Did he think Alda was collecting shepherds? Why would he ask her, did he mean a shepherd of the song? And Cleda was just like, no, I am a Cleda. I am not a shepherd. I don't know, it was a weird comment. But in general, she's got 3 of them, although I think she herself has 1 of the voices. One of them, 2 now, maybe. Oh no, yeah, 1 of them. We're getting most of the way there. But are they in danger now? Because if they're within the mushroom itself, and the mushroom is failing, is Raelle in danger? It is going to be a scary one going forwards. I feel like I've definitely missed talking points, but this show, I just honestly, it sounds dumb, but I love it so much that it leaves my brain so scrambled by the end of it, because I want to talk about all of it right now, and I love every single character, and I want to go into depth about all of them. And I cannot wait for Raelle when she comes back. And this is going to sound bad. When they get Raelle back, I really hope we get to see a satisfying moment of her reuniting with Scylla and a satisfying moment of her reuniting with Tally and Abigail. Like, you know, I need her to hug one of them and have a really long, drawn out, we've got you, we love you, we're here hug. And then for her to have that with Scylla as well. And then for the 4 of them to hug. Okay? Because in general, I don't want the romantic element to take out the sisterhood, and I don't want the sisterhood to ignore the romantic part, although I feel like most likely they would get the romantic hug. I just need all my Raelle reunions, okay? Because it's going to make this party worth it. I hope. I love these girls. I love the way they... and Adil. I love how they fight for each other. I love the way they protect each other and would die for each other. And I would die for them. The world they live in is very scary, though. And, you know, I think it's very telling, the casting choices, the way that so many of these oppressive Camarilla and Dicks are... although the powerful ones are basically all white, but also there are a lot of men. And, you know, you have that man staring down the girl like, oh, you know, mother tongue. Genuinely, if the most powerful witches were men, or if men and women had been able to have equal power and therefore men could assume the control or whatever, like happened in history and like human history, they wouldn't have half as much of a problem with witches. They would still be scared because it's other and it's more powerful than you, but it's women having that power that gets these little men's little brains. Ugh. I love this show. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.